So the next tool is the dodge tool, and what this tool typically does is that, let me increase the size of my brush. All right, so it sharpens the darker part of a picture. Okay, let me cite an example with this eye. uh, so you can see, as I am clicking on my mouse, you find out that the picture is becoming so brighter and brighter and brighter. Okay, it's trying to identify a darker part of the image, and then it make uh, more clearer. Okay, and then beautiful. So it erases all the uh, shadow. It take off all shadows, right? That is part of an image or something, right? So, and the next one is the bond tool. So this does the opposite actually of the tools that I just finished explaining to you guys. So what really happened is that that one, it's literally turned our pixels into what? Into a brighter and more clear image, right? While this one, okay, let me give it a right click. So you can see that the brighter part of the image is lowering, is going. Okay, so that's to say this one is just doing exactly as what, as the opposite. So if I continue hitting, like making it so hard in a particular part of the image, you find out that it's becoming what, so darker. So this really works if maybe you want to adjust some part of an image or something, guys. You can use this dodge or bond tool to achieve that. So this is bond tool. Yes, yes, can you see? Yeah, it sharpens my eye, it make whole like, right? Can you see it's taking away some? So this is what this tool is all about. And the next one is called the sponge tool, right? The sponge tool. So what this tool typically does is that it blend and build a particular part of a picture or a pixel. All right, so let me come back and select a brush from here. All right, let me select this one, and let me make the floor to become a 50 something. So guys, can you see it's turning the whole image into like something else, like a black and white or something. So this is what this tool really does. Okay, I actually don't have a picture that I will show you to cite a good example with. Okay, so this is what literally this tool does. So guys, I think this is the recap of what we did yesterday, and today I think we'll continue from where we stopped exactly as of yesterday. I try to do that in order to play time so as for others to join us. So guys, let's go back to our Photoshop document file. So let's head over to the pen tool. So now on the pen tool, if you come to pen tool, if you activate it, you now find out that you have a or an icon of a pencil. Yes, all right, something like that. Okay, you can start by either clicking one first, like one click on a particular point, and then head over to the other side or anywhere else and what, have another click, and then you can also have another click and what, coming back to the your starting point or your origin, you now hit on that to have what, a perfect lines. Okay, so now basically before we continue, I would like to explain two things here. If you come up here, we have something called, we have on the drop down button we have path, and we also have what, shape. Okay, so typically if you are using pen tool, is either you are using it for what, for a path selection, or you want to draw a shape. Are we together? So for instance, if I want to draw a path, what path literally does is that it's have a great line, or let's say it bring out a selection, like lines of selections for you. Okay, it's this is a kind of a line that is what, without a fill. What I mean without a fill is that without colo in it. Okay, so let's say for instance I want to draw angle just as I did like this. So this is angle, but then it has nothing to do with any color or something. So that's what literary that's what part literary means. Okay, or let's say for instance, let me change a picture or something. So if let's say if I want to maybe select a particular part of this image or something like that. All right, guys, can you see? I just want to be like become so rough or do rough with it. Just for me to cite some example for you guys. So what literally I'm doing, okay, is I'm trying to select a part. Okay, I'm trying to select a part on this particular word image. All right, guys, so this is what these two typically does. So I believe I explained part for us. So and the next one is after when you hit on the pen tool, let's say you would like to draw a shape. Okay, let's say you now want to draw a shape, so you have to come here and change from part to what to shape. Okay, so same angle, let's say I want to draw an angle like this. So before even hitting on the end point, you can see that it automatically what highlight a defined area, and then it's what fill it with what with color. I want to believe that you guys are what are following. Okay, so with this we're able to have what a perfect or let's say an angle with what with three corners. Okay, so now let's continue. That's the first part of it. The second thing you want to know about or I would like to teach you about the pen tool is that, okay, let's say for instance I want to draw a curved line. Okay, it's also possible. So if I right click on my mouse, sorry, left click on the mouse, I should be able to go into a certain particular point or to how I really want it to be. Okay, now taking off my hands from my mouse, let's say I want to have another curve here. Okay, so can you see, guys? It's something that is very possible for you to have what a curve uh, in or using the pen tool. So let's say from here I want to have another curve here from this very particular endpoint, just from here. Okay, so I believe you guys can see what I'm literally doing, right? All right guys, continue. It now continue what in this manner. So to just tell you that in pen tool it's also possible for you to have what a curve using the pen tool. All right, so now you can see that the thing is trying to identify and then fill up our shape because we did not select a part here. We do not select a part, we select a shape. So for instance, if it is a part, if I draw from here, I should be able to what have a curve selection without any fill, all right, in it. So this is another thing. So and then another good thing for me to show you about the pen tool is that, okay, now let's have a line drawn like this. Okay, now let me have another line drawn like this. Okay, now if for instance let's say I want to what customize this part or like edit this very particular part, now there are some keys I would like you to know and how to what navigate and use them all through when using your own pen tool. So for instance of okay, let me do something from here. If I drag my cursor right to this anchor point, this is an it's called an anchor point, and hit on what control on my keyboard, you now find out that I can be able to what edit this very line. All right, I can be able to either make it big or what or small. I believe you guys were together. All right, so the next thing is, okay, let's say for instance I want to change the entire or I want to move around this what anchor point on the anchor. So I will come here and what hit on alter. All right, you can see that it has changed. Let me zoom a little bit. So if you hit on control, look at it. If you hit on control, my cursor changed to what to an arrow icon. So if I hit on alter, you find out that it changed to what L shape or something like that. All right, so it now give me the capability, can you see, guys, to turn around and change the direction of my my part or what I want to draw. Okay, so typically what this if you hit on control, you can what change sizes, but if you hit on alter, you can what rotate and change the position just from what this very anchor point. So also with this other part, right? So also with this other part, if I hit on control, I should be able to what reduce or what increase the size of the part that I highlight here. And so also if I hit on control on alter, I should be able to what rotate it. Okay guys, I believe you guys are learning something and you are following. So before I go, I would like to have one example with you guys. Let me try and draw a cycle for us. Okay, so if I want to draw a cycle, let me draw something like this from the beginning, and then something like this beneath that. Okay, guys, I believe you can see. And for me to have a perfect cycle, let me hit on control. Coming, let me hit on control and what adjust this part. All right guys, let me also hit on control and make sure that this one aligns perfectly with the one that is at the top. Okay guys, can you see it? So let me come here. I'm not actually hitting or like clicking on right click or something. Okay, while doing that, I will click on left click and what make sure that I drag it. Can you see, guys? I'll make sure that I drag it. So with this, we're able to have what a cycle, all right? With this, we're able to have a cycle. And let's say we want to edit something, or let's say it's not a perfect angle, and we want to adjust this very particular part, all right? So doing so, we can come here and hit on control and click on what the starting point. So with this I can edit this particular shape to make sure that yes, it's complete. Okay, and then it's perfect. All right, so guys, if you do not hold on or hit on control, you just click something like this, the whole thing will gonna become a mess. Okay, so if you want to make or edit something on the pen tool, you guys have to click on control, hit on control on your keyboard and click the area that you want to adjust. Okay, and you can adjust it just as perfect as you want or as you wish. All right, this is one good beautiful thing I would like you to know or to understand about what the pen tool. So let me undo. So the next thing is, let's assume I want to create a rectangular shape or something. So I can do that with from a particular point, point A, point B, point C, D, and then the closure. All right, something like that. Don't forget, why we cannot see any color field here is because this is a part, actually not a shape. All right, so I believe you guys do understand what we are doing here. Let me just do something simple with us here with a real-time project. Now let's say that assuming I want to make a selection of this very particular book with my pen tool. All right, remember yesterday we I teach a lot of things about the pen tool, or the selection tool. All right, so I don't want to use the rectangular Mikey tool or any other tool to make a selection of this very particular tool. Let's say that I want to use my pen tool to make a selection, so I can come here and hit from here to here to here, here, and conclude my cycle. So the next thing I would like you to do is to click on right click on your on your mouse and come and make selection, and then on your feather radius you can make it 5 and hit on on enter for it to have a perfect selection of the book. So from here I can cut it out. All right guys, it's locked. I have to unlock this layer so I can uh, cut this very particular selection. Come in guys. Yeah, come. Let me reduce the opacity to 1. All right, let me make my selection. Coming. Sorry. All right, I can come back to my move tool. All right, and cut this very particular place that I want that I I highlighted using my pen tool. So literally, this is what a pen tool can do for you in Photoshop. So you can use it to to make a selection, all right, of anything actually on what you're doing or on your project or something. So beneath the pen tool, we have the second one, which is called the freeform pen tool. So what this one typically does is that it make you or allow you to make a free hand drawing or something. Okay, guys, you can see that I was able to just do some rough work, okay, on my artboard inside of your your on a file or something. Okay, so let's say for instance, come in, sorry, take it off. All right, guys, let me look for another different example. All right, let's say, guys, you want to maybe have a selection around this one using your freehand or some. Guys, you can achieve that also doing the freehands or using the freehands pen tool. Okay, so this is what this tool typically does. All right, so the next tool is, come on, I want to. So the next one is what the Cavitor pen tool. So what this Cavitor pen tool does that is at least it helps you identify what you want to highlight. All right, look at it, guys. If I don't need to be like having a curve or something. This Cavitor tool will automatically draw a curve. I believe, guys, you guys can see my screen. Yes, can you see, guys? Can you see, guys? It automatically make the curve by itself. Okay, just by identifying uh, a part of what like I wanted to um, uh, select. Okay, so this is what this tool really, it helps you. It make or change part or shapes using what this very particular curvature pen tool. All right, so this is what this tool literally does. Let's assume you want to select something. Do I have any other example? All right, let me use this glass. Guys, can you see? Can you see? It make it automatically curve it by itself where you want your selection to be. Can you see, guys? I did not curve anything here. I did not do anything, just by clicking. Just by clicking. Yes, guys. Yes, guys. Just by clicking, you should be able to have a perfect curve around object or something that you wanted to select using your pen tool. So this is what literally this tool does. Please, can someone hear and see my screen? Hello.
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
All right. All right.
We can see your screen, sir.
Thank you very much. So let's continue. Um, so the next two, guys, is called or art anchor point. So just as I explained the first two, which is the pen tool, with a draw or with a single draw on my artboard, and let's say with another single draw here on my artboard. So what these two number four under pen tool does is that it automatically add anchor point on your selection. So if I want to have an anchor point here, I'll quickly come here, use select this very particular tool and hit here to have another anchor point. So from here I can have my selection. I can turn over and I can do what a lot of things, okay, just by using the add anchor or add anchor point. So let me add another point here. Something like that, guys, is very, very what possible, okay, and you can what you can play around the anchor point. So the next tool under the pen tool is this one, delete anchor point. All right, so if I want to take off what I just did now, okay, if I hit here, I should be able to what delete the anchor point that we just create or add now. So guys, the next one is called the convert point. Okay, the convert point. So it's just the same thing. I just finished explaining this one. All right, just that this one you activate it, while it will do it the same thing when you hit on alter on your desktop. Okay, it will do the same thing. Look at it, I click on alter on my word desktop and I should be able to what rotate this very anchor point from what it's starting or origin. Okay, so also with this tool, if you come here, you can what convert point word to, I can easily come here and what change my word angle of direction to what I want to draw. So this is what these two typically does. So guys, with this I give us the basics and more advanced tool of pen tool, how to use that perfectly, okay, and do your various projects with it. So guys, the next tool, let's head over to the next tool, which is called the text tool. All right, the text tool. So here in this tool, it allows you to what create a layer automatically and what have your typing, or you can it allow you to add what text to your what to your document. Now let's say for instance, after what activating the tool, coming to the word horizontal type tool, I should be able to what click here and what just start typing or writing something. Okay, all right guys, let me take this one off. So let me delete my layer. Yes guys, so another thing is, as you activated your text tool, I would like to introduce something to you quickly here. Now most of you that change your workspace to essential, which is default, you find out that this character tabs is not here, and so also with this paragraph. Okay, someone on his mic, can you turn off your mic? Can you turn off your mic? Someone's mic is on. Please turn off your mic. Thank you. So let's proceed. So this is a paragraph. Okay, now let's say for instance this is not there in your own Photoshop, right? So the easily come and what bring these two tabs is by going to what window, and then make sure you what look for where character is. Okay, character, look at it, character. So once you click here, it will automatically come here, and you can also go to your window and look for where paragraph, okay, letter P is, and what click on that and it will automatically appear here. All right, I will not say much more here on this tool until when we come for typography and font. Okay, then I will details explain a lot of things about the what the type tool. The next tool is a type tool, and this allows, just as I said, to insert what a text on our workspace. So by clicking on that tool, writing something, let's say smart. Okay, let's write something called smart. Right. So it allows to what uh, write actually something on our adboard, right? So that's one thing. So the next one is this the second one is called the vertical type tool, right? And what this typically does is that it allow you to what write vertically. Okay, let me increase my font size to something 36 or whatever. All right, so if I hit enter, I should be able to what type vertically smart. Okay, on on my workspace. Okay, so this is what the second tool typically what does here in Photoshop. So the next one is called the vertical type mask tool. All right, this allows you to what type, but you are masking already. While typing, you are what masking, or rather you are having a select text base or two. So let's cite example, one good example for this one. Let's say that I want to write something like a hero, right? And let me make my this to become whole capital letter. So guys, you can see by hitting enter, I'm capable of what having hero, all right, while it marks itself on what the background, all right. So I can either turn this one into a selection, and I can what delete this very particular text, okay, on the keyboard. So let me do something here. Cancel the cancel. So guys, if I hit on what backspace on my keyboard, I should be able to what delete this very portion of what hero. Okay, if I just hit by just hitting what backspace, you have something like this on your Photoshop. So this is what this tool typically does. Okay, this is a type masking tool in Photoshop. All right, so this one is the vertical type mask tool. So let's try the other one, which is horizontal type mask tool. So guys, let me write smart again. Okay, smart. So by hitting enter, it what make this text to turn it what a selection, right? And just as I said, by coming back to my background, I should be able to what delete this very portion of the selection, right? By hitting backspace, and I will what have sorry, I have to unlock my layer. Okay, I have to unlock my layer before I will achieve that. Sorry, I'm sorry. Unlock the layer and what hit on backspace, then you have your what you have your deleted portion of the area that was marked on the background. So with this is the end of the type 2. So the next one is called the selection tool. All right, this is a path selection tool. So I believe for all of us that are here, I already that are here yesterday, I already told you about what I will be using. The keys that I will be using on my keyboard to what to control to like undo and what redo what we've been doing here. Okay. So the next one is called the path selection tool. All right, path selection tool. So let me do something quickly with us here. If I where's my pen tool? Yeah, come. Um, let me draw something. Let me quickly draw something here. Just something. Just something rough. Yeah. Just something rough. So now this is a part actually. So if I want to select a particular uh, anchor point or something here on this part, I can head over to what the part selection tool. Okay, it will allow me to what select a particular part and what and move around. Okay, I can also what move around the part selected. Okay, as this is what this tool typically does. All right, it allows you to what select a particular part and what make it move around or something. So let's try another good example. Let's say I have this is a shape. Let me draw something like this, just roughly, guys. So this is actually a part. Okay, I have to come here and what hit on part selection tool, then I can what come and drag this one and then move around with this selection tool. And another thing is beneath that, we have what the direct selection tool. So this allow you to what select a particular anchor and what you can edit it or something. All right, guys, can you see? You can be able to what edit this very particular part, okay, that I draw. So this is what this tool typically does. So the next tool, guys, is called all right, guys, the rectangular tool. All right, so what this tool typically does is that it automatically will generate a shape in the form of what rectangle for you. Okay, generate a shape in the form of rectangle for you. So let's see some features of this very particular tool. So if I click on this rectangle tool before drawing, I should be able to either change it to part or shape or pixel. All right, so pixel is typically image, okay, but what Photoshop consider is called what pixel. So it consider every image as what as pixel. And what the typical meaning of pixel is actually a thousand what pieces of image. Okay, all image are made up of what pixel. So pixel is the smaller unit of an image. Okay, it's called the smaller unit of an image. So let for the sake of this tutorial, I think come in, guys. So if I zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, I continue zooming in, I continue zooming in. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Can someone see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
All right, so guys, you'll find out that just from here, I don't know how clear it is from your own end, but you find out that these picture are like in boxes. All right, they are in boxes. Okay, so the whole of the image is being made out of what these smaller boxes that you guys can see. So each of these box is called what this smaller unit of the image, which is called the pixel. Okay, so the entire picture is generated from what is generated from this smaller box that you guys are seeing. Okay, and then it's being filled with what with colors. So this is what typically pixels mean. So let's continue, guys. Let's go back to our layer, come back to the word the rectangular tool. So guys, you can what either make your shape to be to your part to be either in form of shape, part, or what or pixel. So let me leave it at shape, and I can also come here and change the fill color to whatsoever anything. Okay, if the color is not here in the recently used color, I can come here and what change any color that I wish or wanted to use for my different projects. Okay, and that's it. So if you want to maybe add a structure or your your shape, right, that you're about to draw, you can also what equally do that by coming here and then what using your navigation slides tool. You can add or reduce the size of your brushes. All right, so let's say for instance I want to have a stroke of 2 uh, value. All right, so I can also do that. Okay, let's not waste much time here. So let me draw a rectangle shape. All right, so you guys, you can see that I was able to have what perfectly a rectangular shape. Okay, I can also draw another one beside it and have as many as different shapes, sorry, different rectangle on the same workspace. So guys, the next one is the rounded rectangle tool. All right, the rounded rectangle tool. So the difference in between these two things is that this one is what is the edge is actually sharp or is in the form of angle, while this one is what in the form of round. Okay, and you can also come to your what to your properties of this very particular shape and then change it and manipulate it, okay, to any kind of a size you want. Okay, so guys, this is what this tool typically does. That's the rounded rectangular tool. The next tool is called the ellipse tool. Right, so this allow you to have a cycle shape, okay, a cycle shape on your workspace. Okay, come on guys, go away. Let me delete this one and bring this one here. So this allow you to have what a perfect circle, a shape on your what on your workspace. So the next one is the polygon tool. So what polygon means is actually a different, or let's say a multiple what angles. All right. So you can have uh, a shape of what 5, 10, 20, 25, or what of angles, all right. You can, it's very possible here by coming here and what choose the number of sizes. Let's say I want to draw angle, and I know that angle has what a triangle, sorry, and I know that triangle has what three equal sides. So I can come and what and drag my cursor and have something what beautiful, such as what you're seeing on the desktop, okay, or on the screen. So if I want to have, let's say, 5 or 6 side, I can equally come and what have, let's say, type 6 here and then draw it here. I should be able to have what my perfect uh angle with for polygon with what with 6 side. So this is what these two typically does. All right. Then the next one beneath rectangle tool is called the line tool. All right. It allows you to draw what a particular line, all right, on your workspace. So something like this. Okay, guys, you can see that we have for a line. Okay, and you can also change the color, the stroke, and even the kind of line you want, either a dash or dotted line or what have you. All right, you can also what achieve it here. Even the pixel here, you can add your pixel to become either 50 or something. All right, so if we draw it, you should be able to have what a bigger form or line. Okay, are we together, guys? And I believe you guys are following. Can someone confirm if you guys can hear my voice? Can someone hear my voice?
Yes, I can hear us.
Thank you
Can
very
hear you.
much. So thank you very much. The next tool is called the costume shape tool. So what this one typically does is that there were some shapes actually in Photoshop. It comes with a different kind of what a shape, all right? So many people take their time out there to draw a different kind of a shape. A costume shape, it has to be irregular in nature. So if we come here and then you hit over to this very shape preset, okay, you find out that we have different kind of a preset. We have the tree preset, we have a lot of things, okay, the wild animal, a lot of things, okay, here in Photoshop. And you guys can come and pick any of the costume shape and what have your perfect what cycle. So you guys, you can see that this is what an elephant, okay, this is an elephant. So right before you is a shape, right? But let's say you want to customize this a very costume shape or something. You can equally do that by coming toward the part selection tool. Look at it, guys. I can come and what edit and play around this very tool. Guys, can you see? Can you see? You can come and do a lot of things, okay, using what I teach you about part selection too. All right. So this is called the costume, but this is one good example that illustrates the word the costume shapes in what in Photoshop. So let's continue. Let's head over to the next tool, which is called the hand tool. All right. So what typically hand tool does is that it allows you to what move along with your canvas. Look at it, guys. After when I zoom in or fit screen, all right, my canvas, it allows me to what to at least rotate the whole of the wall, the stuffs, all right. So if you hit on control, you find out that your 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 mouse joystick turns from what a hand tool to what a plus sign, which indicates zoom in. All right, so you can zoom out and you can what zoom in. All right, you can zoom out and you can what zoom in by the help of your mouse. Okay, if you moved your mouse forward, you find out that you are what you are zooming in, and if you move it backward, you are what you are zooming out. So this is what typically the hand tool does. Okay, it only have effect to your entire canvas. Let's assume you guys have different workspace here. Let's say you have a different object on your workspace, a costume shape. Let me select different something, giraffe or something like guys can see it. So let's say for instance I now want to have a rotation. by using the sorry, a hand tool, all right, by using the hand tool. Now if you if you zoom this image, you should be able to what, rotate of the stuffs, right? Not a particular object, but the whole of what, your canvas. So this is the difference, okay? This is the difference. So the next tool beneath the hand tool is called the what, the rotate view tool. So this allows you to what, to rotate your what, your entire what, canvas, right? It allows you to rotate your what, your entire canvas. So if you hit on shift on your keyboard, you should be able to have what, a defined angle, either angle 45, angle 30, or what have you, all right, 90, what have you, okay? You should be able to what, have it done with the help of what, these two. So then the next tool is called the zoom tool, all right? So this allows you to magnify objects or pixel on your Photoshop document. So I can use that to what, hit and press right click on my uh, mouse and what, zoom out this very particular image, all right? So I can also do that by what, by control negative on your keyboard to what, zoom in, while control positive on your keyboard to what, zoom out. I believe you guys are following and you guys are understanding what I am doing, or that is right before you. So with these guys, we've come to the end of our word tools, and I believe we explained everything from the start to end. The last one beneath that is called the edit toolbar. It's actually not a tool, but an option that allows us to what, to have a costume of the different kind of tools we have section by section. So you can come here and what, choose how you want your tools to appear on the Photoshop, and a lot of things, okay, how to arrange and then make use of it according to how you want it, or how you feel it, or where you really want it to be positioned inside your word, your Photoshop document. So thank you very much, guys. With this, we come to the end. I'd like to collect few questions before we I call it a day.